Time, timing. The key to comedy is timing. We'll go about 10 minutes. Usually it's a mono scene, but doesn't have to be. It can be whatever you want.
I'm going to do this for a sweep. Ow, I just hit myself in the nose.
Okay, so our edit will be when you hit yourself. We have to hit ourselves in the nose. That'll be the edit. We'll do a nose edit. All right. We have these number of suggestions. Let's see where they are.
I particularly like Sam Marks. I think that Sam Mark gets extra points.
2, 3, yes, 4. There are 5. Pick a number 1 to 5, and I can mix it up, or you could just pick away.
Well, so I looked at them.
Okay, I can mix them up.
Yeah, mix them up somewhere in your head.
Okay, got it.
3.
Oh, 3. No, okay, well, it's notes from Denmark. I mixed it up.
Oh, okay. Well, you didn't mix them up then.
The suggestion is notes. That's our suggestion. It's notes. That's good. That's I mixed it up. In the original, it was 4, but I went Natalie Russian 1, Roseanne Nelson Charm 2, Sam Notes 3, Bob Baked Alaska 4, and Nathaniel 5. So it's notes. Our suggestion is notes. I mean, it just works out perfect.
Notes. Got it.
Hey, did you read my note?
I'm responding right now.
Okay, cool. I'll close my eyes.
You don't have to close your eyes. I have it covered over my.
Okay.
I have my hand over it.
Okay.
Just don't look at my desk.
Okay.
You're drawing a lot of attention to us. Mr. Rosnowski might look over here, and then we're going to be in big trouble, Devin.
I can just tell you if you want, if you'd rather I told you.
What?
Nothing, Mr. Rosnowski.
What did you say?
I said nothing, Mr. Rosnowski.
Kids, my name is Rafnowski.
Okay, Mr. Rafnowski.
I don't like it when you make fun of me like that. Way to go. You totally got us in trouble.
What? I said his name. I just had a hard time saying his name.
Well, now he's going to be really paying attention to us because he thinks we're making fun of him.
Nothing, Mr. Rafnowski.
Okay, well, at least you said it right that time. It seems like you guys are doing stuff over there. What are you doing?
I passed her a note.
You passed her a note? Well, that's not appropriate. This is U.S. history.
Okay.
Was there a history-related note? Can you read it? I want you to Devin, stand up and read it to everyone.
You want me to stand up and read it?
Oh my God, you're so screwed.
Give me the note.
Yeah. Okay.
Give me the note. Dear Jennifer, will you be my manifest destiny? Mark this box yes or no. It is about U.S. history.
Manifest destiny. I got it. I heard it. I think you might have added that part at the end. If you could get up and give us a definition of manifest destiny so that the whole class is fully aware of the implications of your note. Oh my God.
Should I do it?
Of course.
I'm going to do it, but you have to promise me something.
What?
You have to promise me you're going to mark the box. If I get up and say what it is, you got to mark the box. Yes or no?
I'll mark a box.
Okay, great. That's all I want.
Just mark. Oh, God. Oh.
Mr. Rosnowski?
Yeah.
Manifest destiny. That's the 19th century doctrine or belief that the expansion of the U.S. throughout the American continents was both justified and inevitable, sir.
That was an incredible definition. I can't even believe. All right. Well, Devin, you're out of class. Like, you're granted leave of class. Everyone else, you still have to focus. Devin, though, do whatever you want. Okay.
Mr.
gotta pass
Rogowski, this is more a reflection on you as a teacher than me as a student. You teach very well.
Don't kiss my ass. Just take your pass and be excited about it.
He said ass. He said ass. My God. He cursed. Well.
All right. I'm going to take a pass too. I'm going to put on a video, okay?
Okay, good.
Where the red fern grows. Figure out how it's related to U.S. history yourself.
Ted, can I see you in my office, please?
Yeah. Bill?
We heard you swore in class. Is everything okay? What's going on, Ted?
I set a goal.
Okay.
I set a goal to run a 5K and lose 20 pounds.
Okay.
2 weeks into training, pulled my Achilles, gained 30 pounds.
No.
I just can't seem to get it right. You know? I'm a U.S. history teacher. What did I want to be? Historian. I always just miss the mark. I'm always on the edge of the mark. You know what I mean, Bill?
Yeah. Yeah, the mark's right there, and then you're just on the edge of it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
So,
I thought there was more. You made a pause like you were going to say more right there, Ted.
No, that's an example, right? It's like I'm sending it, miscommunicating with the universe.
Yeah. You're just misfiring right now. It's part of your life. Yeah, you do have some soup on your mustache.
Yeah. And that's what I mean. I grew out a mustache to be a bit more like Chips.
Yep.
But I don't look like a police officer. No.
Yep.
I look like a woman with a mustache.
Do you want to take some time off? Take a couple weeks for yourself?
Is that allowed?
I mean, I don't want to lose you as a teacher, Ted. You're the best teacher the school's got.
All right, deal.
Leave
with pay, right?
Deal. Leave with pay.
Then yes, I'll take it.
When do you think they're going to be like? When's he going to be back?
I don't know. I don't know, but I finished. There's no one to hide from right now. There's literally no teacher in this room.
I guess I just really like the process. That's all.
Because I feel like you could say it to me.
Okay, I'll say it to you.
But like quiet, so no one hears.
All right, I'll say it to you, okay?
Yeah.
Can I, can I expand westward to be your boyfriend? Yes, no, or maybe so.
That's it. I don't get to evaluate like the perils and.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a chance you might get dysentery.
I was gonna say that. I was gonna say that.
Okay, all right.
There's a chance you might get dysentery. From me.
That's a chance I'm willing to take.
It is? Because you paused for a second like you were frozen, and then I wasn't sure if you were really into it.
No, I am. I was caught off guard. Like, it's the first time you said, yeah.
So, Mr. Respaneski, I heard that you're about to take leave. I mean, I've just been chatting with the other teachers, and I mean, that's exciting. We didn't even know that was an option.
Yeah, I'm leaving without pay.
Oh,
Or
I
with
thought
pay.
I
No,
thought.
it is. It's with pay. I'm leaving with pay. Take a 2 week.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you must be a hard negotiator because, I mean, when I was pregnant and having a baby, they still made me teach.
Yeah. I mean, that makes a lot more sense. Like
Oh,
you could barrel up right through the pregnancy. Like
you could barrel up
you could
right through the pregnancy.
barrel up with your classes, go right through the pregnancy. Me, I need a little time to sort my head. It's a little more. It's asking a little more of somebody to teach when their head's not on right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, okay.
Well, you said you sound like you were going to say something.
Oh no, I just feel like you're minimizing childbirth. That's all. I came over here, kind of excited to talk to you and because we've never chatted before, and I thought, well, that's a man. That mustache and his negotiating skills,
Thank you.
and now I realize that that is a man.
Yeah, I'm pretty much all man right there. Hey,
Yeah.
I feel like I want to apologize
Oh, okay, okay, great.
for the whole pregnancy comment.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, go ahead.
I am sorry.
Wow, great. I mean, I do actually have a formal apology process that I make my seventh graders go through.
All
If
right.
you're interested, I can
Yes.
sort of, okay, great.
Yeah.
So, first of all, you say what it is you did. Then you say why it is that you understand that to be a problem.
I'm gonna take some notes.
Yeah. And then you say, you acknowledge the other person and their experience. And then you accept responsibility for your actions and the impact of those actions, followed by the actual phrase, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Do you want a crystal light?
I'd love a crystal light, please.
I have
Um,
a
oh,
spare water bottle.
thank you so much. I'm sorry that I minimized what pregnancy and childbirth is all about.
Yep.
I'd like to say, I acknowledge that you went through something very difficult, and it wasn't easy to do. Um, I feel like I'm accepting responsibility for my actions right there, and it's something that was uncalled for, and I am sorry.
I mean, that was pretty great. I feel better. What do
You know
you
what?
feel like?
I mean, you know what else is pretty great? This crystal light that you made. Thank you so much.
Fruit punch. It's
Mm.
always a winner.
Mm.
It's always a winner. I went through a divorce recently.
Oh, now there's something I want to ask you, but I would like to know what your process is first.
Oh, okay.
I'd like to see if maybe you'd like to go out and grab a cup of coffee, but I don't know if that's asking too much. So,
No, I just prefer that that you use my name. You tell me where we're going, when, how you'll be contacting me, and then ask, then wait for a response, then express excitement around whatever reaction I give you.
great. Well, I learned this from my students. I wrote it in a note. Do you want to check the box? Read it. Well, hooray for me. Scene. Rofsnowski?
I guess.
Was that was it, right?
Rafsnowski.
I think it was Rofsnowski.
Rafsnowski. I don't always know till it's like part of the way out of my mouth, and then I like have to make a choice later.
No, I think that was it. I
was just amused by you trying to say it.
Oh my God. Because once you say it, I gotta repeat it or I'll forget it.
Totally.
So it's like, I know it was a Polish name, and I know the ending was Oski. So I think I mumbled it first, and then it was like, what's my name? Which was so fun.
Just trying to make, more interesting choices than Peterson, which is what always pops in my head. Peterson, Johnson,
Smith.
Yeah, like the most waspy of wasp names that you can think of.
And I want to say, not that there's anything wrong with those names.
No, it's just,
Well, it becomes
spice
lazy.
it up.
It becomes lazy, we just go like, I got to say a name.
Like a default.
Yeah, it's a default thing. And so it's like, there's so many little Timmys and Sallys and Billys and Mr. Smiths and Johnsons.
Actually, in my groundlings classes, they have said you are not allowed to use a name that ends in E.
Really?
Timmy, Billy, Bobby. Yeah.
Well, I think that's good to get people in the habit.
Yeah, just find it, work to find something.
Yeah. Make it a little bit more a little less convenient. There's a lot of convenience.
Yeah, which, I've used Devin before and it came out of my mouth and I was like, meh. But that's just like what I could get that day, that moment.
I'm not going to lie. I go through a phase where I use Dale a bunch.
Dale.
It could be both man or woman or non-binary. I'm like, I think it's just a fun name to say. There's certain things I just like saying. And I think
Gary.
I
love Gary. I don't know why, but it just evokes something for me. Gary.
I mean, it makes it more specific for sure.
Yeah.
Like you get up, when you play a lot of characters. Like you play these and also physical, like your physicality then and your voice kind of lead your character choices. Is that something you've always done? Have you always been like a character improviser, or is it something you do more now than you did before?
I think that I always did it, but not with intention. So I wasn't always good at it. I was just kind of like a little bit of a spaz. Like, I think I was also trying desperately to hold on to the other pieces of improv. And so adding that layer with any level of intentionality was kind of beyond me for a long time. Like I had to learn how to be a good improviser before I could like articulate the characters with ease. And now I definitely, it's funny though, I don't think that I ever sort of went, I'm going to be a character improviser. I think other people started to tell me, hey, your characters are really good. Hey, and it made me pay attention. And I was like, oh, I am doing that. And I think it's because I find it the most fun. I prefer probably to play other people than myself.
Are there
a lot of time with myself?
Yeah, you're like, I got to get away from me.
Yeah. It's like you in painting. When you want to get away from yourself, you paint.
I mean, that's my jam.
Yeah.
When you play your characters, do you get inspiration from like physicality more than anything?
I actually think it's vocal. I mean, I could theoretically get inspiration. I mean, I can generate a character from anything, right? Like even the suggestion I use, but I think it originates for me usually vocally, and then that will dictate the body. But I can do it in the reverse order too. Like I could come from here, like I can. Yeah. Okay, if I had to stand like this, where do I stand? Where does my voice go?
Yeah.
But generally I think I go, and then I physicalize. But I do think there's some kind of intellectual process that happens, right? Like, I don't know, could be anything. Like, what was our suggestion again? Note.
No.
Notes, Sam Mark. Which, if you're not aware, Void, Jay always does a bit with me where he wants to know if I'm open to notes, and the answer is always no.
No, the answer is a lot of times you're like, oh boy. But my notes are always positive.
Mm-hmm.
That's the bit.
That's the bit.
It's not.
That's the bit.
It's not negative notes. It's like you open the notes, and it's always at like the most inopportune. Like it makes no sense to have notes in this situation.
Right.
And it's like you're doing great.
So back to my point about notes. So I get the suggestion notes, and I might be like, well, what's a point of view related to that? Like someone that likes passing notes, someone that's secretive, someone that puts Post-its. Like immediately Post-its makes my body pop up and is like, I live here. Okay, I left a Post-it note for what temperature to put the casserole on, and then I also left a list of how to do the dishes. Make sure you hand wash each time on the fork. You know, I don't know. It just. But I'm trying to be more, for the longest time, I didn't ever bring characters back. Like whatever I did on stage that was the first time I'd seen that person. And like, I obviously have habits. So there are things that come up. Like I spent a lot of time in the Midwest. So that accent comes up. I grew up in the South. So that accent comes up. So I have to sort of fight against my default, but I've started to now really try and like bring characters back as like people I do, you know?
Right.
And so that's interesting to sort of inhabit a character for a longer period of time, which I'm doing a character show for West Side. We just did one, and then on June 18th, where I sit in this radio DJ character for an hour.
Oh wow.
And like it's different. It's harder.
Yeah. Well, I think, you know, you also do voiceover work, so you do characters when you're doing voiceover and you're, you know, in the booth by yourself, you're still a character, but it's more your focus that the voice, you're pushing that onto that real small surface of that microphone. So you're able to do voices that way. I have seen people try.
I mean, I do still.
Yeah, you still move when you're doing them.
Yeah, totally.
You know, so you still have a physicality. Yeah, I would say like definitely you are a very physical player when you're out there. So the voice goes along with, it's not just the voice, that's like the first step.
Right. The origination, maybe like my default origin, which I mean, character improvisers everyone will have their own way of going where they need to go, you know? Yeah. What kind of player do you think you are?
Oh, I play me.
Yeah, but I mean, like, people go, oh, you're a very physical character improviser. So, like, what's your steets, which is not a real word, but it's like your ness.
Yeah, I think I sometimes mirror the people I'm playing with. So, like, because I know you play those like a character, maybe I feel safer doing a more like a bigger character, a broader character than I might normally do in a scene.
Sure.
So I think my tendency is to kind of match and go off of wherever my partner is going to go with it. So it's and then sometimes it can also be like if I'm playing with Landon, he might make a big, bold character choice that I can't match and shouldn't match. So then I might make a softer choice to balance off that. So it's really just right now I'm at a stage where I really am just taking my cue from my partner. And so if it's something where they want to go a certain way, I'll join with them. And I do play like mostly just different versions or emotional states of me. And I just now let it kind of go past what's like a normal and kind of like let the lid off. Right? Let the lid off.
I've been waiting. That was my one note for you.
Good.
Can you let the lid off?
It's taken me years, Gillian, but I finally learned. So thank you.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm gonna let the lead out. That's what I say.
I mean, it's Tuesday. It's 2 for Tuesday. Get the lead out.
Get the lead out, let the lid off,
Da-na-na.
let the lead out.
Hey, you
That's
opened
what I
notes about our set? You did great.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to get notes.
I just told you, you did great. That was my note for the set. Now, where can people find, like you not only improvise and do voiceovers, but you're also a corporate facilitator and you design learning sessions. Like if people, when they want to get a hold of you, what's the easiest way?
It's such a good question. If you want to see character stuff, go to Instagram and I'm at Gillian Bellinger. Gillian is with a G. I don't spell it out, Gillian with a G, but it is a G, like giraffe or ginger. Gillian with a G. No, that's not my name. Gillian Bellinger at Instagram. I'm great at this part. I also have a website, GillianBellinger.com, which does have an email that will eventually bounce to me.
Cool.
If you want a direct contact.
Cool.
But you can also message me on Instagram. I do look and read and talk to people. No creeps, please. No creeps.
Yeah, let's just make that a rule in general in life. No creeps.
No creeps.
And you have a song. Would you give us a taste of your song, which is part of what you do on Instagram? Would you give us a taste of that?
Sure. So I have a cooking show. Some might call it a comedy cooking show because I'm comedically not great at cooking. And so the song goes like this: quarantine, meal time. And that's at the beginning of every show. Apparently it's a huge hit with like the 4 to 6 year old range.
Yes.
It's short. It's repetitive.
My daughter loved it. And I sent you a video of her. She sang that theme song. They love you and Uncle Mitch, but it's not a nice, short, catchy tune. And you take people through your process of cooking things, which includes spills and mishaps. And it's great.
It's so true. I need to cook something today. In fact, we'll see. It's going to be I'm going to wait for a suggestion,
You made a dessert of some sort and you did not have cornstarch. So what did you use in place of cornstarch?
Cornflakes. I used cornflakes, which everyone made fun of me for. But I will say, once they cooked up, it was a strawberry upside down cake. Once they cooked up with that strawberry juice, fine.
Yep.
Totally fine.
We could tell.
I don't know that it did what cornstarch was supposed to do, which is probably thicken.
I don't know.
I mean, that would be my guess, but it was fine.
Mitch loved it, and you could tell he wasn't just faking it. When he ate it, he loved it.
He wasn't faking it when he ate it, as the old saying goes.
That's, what another old saying is in regards to food?
Let the lid out.
Well, let the lid out. And my dad used to say, you know what? It all eats the same.
It's a really good point, Dad.
It all eats the same.
It's a good point.
All right, my friend. That was fun. Thanks for being a part of it.
Hey, thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.